in a near-miss accident less than 24 hours ago where I was in the right lane because I was going slower. I passed a semi-truck on the left. And as a result, a F-250 Ford, and I'm not against them, this person came out and literally, I almost got sideswiped between the truck and the semi-trailer. So it was really scary for me because I'm an instructor and that doesn't usually happen. So what am I trying to tell you? You got to really stay alert. You have to be aware of what's going on, and you have to manifest defensive driving skills all the time. And if you don't, you could be unaware, lack of experience, and get into an accident. And this has made me hesitate because I keep seeing myself back in this accident. Now, many of you would say, you know, you need to forget it. You need to forget it. But if you've ever been in an accident or near-miss accident, you keep reflecting back. And when you see cars merging, trucks, you're going to think twice. So I understand when I teach people with severe trauma or people who have zero skill sets. This is why I decided to put together this channel, these videos, this instructional masterclass to help people like myself, to help people like you, to help teens and adults who want to learn how to drive. Because no one else is going to do it, because I have to drive. I have to drive myself, I have to drive my family, my parents. And if you don't, you're going to be relying on an Uber or Lyft. Okay? And no one has money for that. Money's tight, resources are tight. And I know now, for instance, it's clear right now, like I'm at ease. But I know once I get on this expressway or get in a really tight congested downtown Detroit, downtown Houston, Texas, downtown Los Angeles, California, downtown Washington, D.C., downtown Atlanta, Georgia, there's going to be hundreds, if not thousands of people who are trying to get where they're going. And they don't have time for this. Most people are sensitive to a moment, but after that moment is done, they're back to their selfish interest, okay, whether you want to believe it or not. Like little kids when they have candy. That's my candy. That's my candy. You have to teach people to learn. You have to teach people to share. Like this cloverleaf. My cousin literally rode her truck on this cloverleaf, and that's always in my mind. It has to be, because if you start feeling comfortable and not really being aware, like this merge right now, you see that school bus, you see that black car out there, if we don't pick up speed, we're going to get sideswiped. So these are the elements that I deal with that are triggers. And you have to live in the reality. I read a lot of people's comments. I don't know what they're thinking. I think they're making some comments, just get over it. Comments, just get over it. You're scared. They're not real people, because any real human would send a heartfelt comment. And I'm just being real with you, because we always have to be aware. For instance, there's a car in my blind spot to my left. If I change lanes right now, I would sideswipe this car. This car is literally hiding in my blind spot. So I'm gonna have to pick up speed. And I don't like these trucks. So what I'm gonna do is accelerate, and I'm gonna break the trend. Now I gotta lift my foot because these cars are merging out. So I'm gonna lift my foot, I see the truck, and I'm gonna get over to the left. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and get over one more lane to the left because I don't wanna deal with this. Now this black truck, this big black truck, stop it. Either I'm going to pass them, I'm not gonna stay behind this truck because this blocks my field of view. You guys understand this? And I'm not against trucks like this, I think they're nice, but literally I can't see. In class we talked about seeing around or over or behind. I can see nothing. So either I'm gonna have to sit here and take it, which I don't want to, or I'm gonna have to pick up speed, change a couple lanes, and get back over. So this is what I'm trying to demonstrate to all of you. We have choices. And I'm not going to be rude. Oh, they got over. Thank God. That's what you're supposed to do. Thank you. Oh, thank you. And I'm gonna just keep moving. Okay? And that's all people need to do, is just be courteous out here. But when you're watching this, you don't see this. You see something different. People hogging lanes, bigger vehicles staying in the left lane, people aggressively tailgating. This is where we are in 2026. And people have their own hidden agenda to run you off the road, to humiliate you, to make you feel bad. Now remember, all these comments that we're reading and seeing, half of them are literally not real. And it took, reading, understanding, and to really be sensitive, right? And I'm just trying to adjust. I'm going to take a peek. Nope, I can't get back over because they're large semi-trucks. And everyone has to go through training. Semi-truck drivers, have very rigorous training because they're hauling a vehicle they're driving a vehicle. I can't talk today, sorry. They're driving a vehicle that is upwards of 70,000, 80,000, 90,000 pounds. And a lot of these drivers have less than 10 years experience. I'm just being real. So we're not going to cut off a semi-truck. That's the wrong thing to do. I'm going to get over. And I'm being a little bit more assertive today. And that's fine. Okay? Within safety. And then I'm going to get back over. And I'm trying to be smooth, deliberate, and direct. Now we got a box truck ahead of us. I'm backing off my gas. I'm looking left, middle, and right. I want to see, is traffic moving? Can I make a lane change that's appropriate? I don't want to lose my space cushion. I know that's a funny word. Okay, space, S-P-A-C-E, cushion, C-U-S-I-O-N. That's just space between myself and this white box truck. So as soon as I pass this semi-truck, I'm going to get over. Here I am getting over, but this is on a curve. And that big truck should be getting over. And I'm just trying to go around this curve easy. And this is a struggle. And you are learning how to drive. You're like, bro, that's holding. No. You're going to be going into the wall, gripping the wheel. Because a lot of you haven't driven. I think you look at this as amusement. This is real life. Someone actually out here driving. Someone actually learning. And unfortunately, some drivers crash, have accidents, have anxiety. And I understand this. We're not late. We're not looking to speed. We're not looking to cut off cars. But I'm looking to stay safe. I like the middle lane right now because I can see more. I can see traffic. The Ford didn't use this blinker. Another car didn't use this blinker. A lot is happening. The blue Jeep is tailgating. If you do not have this self-talk and reflection, you're simply driving blind. And I teach adults, late teens, who really don't have that self-reflection piece. But I'm showing you this because there was no one 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago who explained driver's education like this, who showed a passion. Any instructor say, go here, turn the wheel. Those real talk, those instructors suck because they don't have a personality. I'm instructor. I'm like your uncle, your big brother. We're going to get out here. We're going to stay away from traffic. And we're going to be safe. I'm going to put you in the left lane so we can push. I'm not going to put you in the right lane to get cut off. Okay, I see the person with the yellow Camaro up there. They're going to be clowning around. But it's 22 degrees out here. This surface is cold. And you hit a patch of black ice, we're going to be flipped upside down. And the safest vehicle is that OG Impala to the right. I know you're saying that boy is old, but guess what? It has a full frame. And I think that's what a lot of you tend to forget. Older cars have their place, but you just don't realize it. And we're on a budget. We're pimping on a budget. No one can afford that Camaro. Insurance is crazy. They're going to steal it because people want to hate. There's another OG Impala like those. Those OG Impalas like that, that boy's a tank. You put a little cam in there and some nitrous or converter, it's over, bro. Okay, I put a little turbo on there and had that boy as a sleeper. 76, 67. Okay, a little eBay turbo, upgrade that fuel pump, get a little tune, put 600 power to the ground. You'll be embarrassing those Hellcats, those Scat Packs. You'll be like, what? I know you don't believe it, but you need to get into working on cars. You need to be an enthusiast. I know you don't want to get your hands dirty. You don't want to break a nail. I'm literally checking blind spots, and I'm moving through. And you got to hold this wheel, and then I'm pushing through. Okay, you can't be scared to live life sometime. I'm scared too. I'm supposed to be going to Vegas for this conference in April. It's going to be life-changing. I'm going to meet a lot of people in social media and TV and media production. They're going to help me level up because I need help. I'm not scared to ask for help. I want to learn. I got to invest in myself. So I'm going to do that. And it's a brave world. Okay, this car's light is out. This is going to be confusing. But I'm not going to sit back. I'm checking. I'm learning. I'm driving with the passion. Okay, I don't know what they're doing. I'm driving with the passion. And I'm trying to stay safe. And you notice I'm more in the middle lane. Then I'm gonna get back over, hit that boost. And this car I passed, their brake light and headlight is out. They're asking for a ticket. They're asking for trouble. But I'm trying to keep my space ahead. There's a Tesla. There looks like a Cadillac truck. I'm looking at the taillights. And I don't know what's going on with this vehicle. Are they tired? Are they on the phone? I'm squeezing my brakes. If I slam brakes, I'm gonna get rear-ended by this garbage car with the broken headlight and taillight. I don't need those problems. But yet, I have to keep up with a pace. It's almost like I'm on top of cars, but I'm not on top of cars. I'm a little bit out of my comfort zone, a little bit. The white BMW is nice, but it's not really my brand. They're higher maintenance, the tires, the brakes, the rotors, but it's nice. Would I drive one if someone give it to me? Of course I would. But me just to get one, no. I like American muscle motorsport cars, and I'm not hating, okay? So you got to find the vehicle that's right for you, whether you're 16, 26, 36, 46, 56, 76. You're like, keep talking, bro. Okay? Any car is a good car. Don't let your, like that white truck up there, they're holding people. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And today, I was given a registration code because I met one of the regional directors of, I think it's the NBA, American Broadcasters. I could be wrong, don't hold me to that. But there's that white BMW, getting ready to clip someone. Okay, E, I know you like, I like that. That thing looks nice. That's nice. But I'm like, I'm a hardworking American muscle, like uncle, dad. I like a fast American truck, but I grew up on American cars. One of my good friends from my childhood, he had an Audi, turbo diesel. It was fast. But I didn't grow up around cars like, are they gonna try to cut off the Cadillac truck? That's so stupid. That's so stupid. That's a punk move. They're punk. Okay? Cadillac truck versus the BMW, Cadillac truck all the way. And I like what you said about putting the hustle in, putting the grind in. And I got to start grinding too because my numbers are down. And I got to start putting out content. I got to stop overthinking it. Get a good title. Speak truth. Let it eat. I'm not chasing views. I'm not chasing likes. I'm here trying to educate people. And if I can help you with one video to help you get better, then I've done my job. Okay? That's real. My daughter's in real estate. She's starting to push out more videos. She got a house lead and potential sale on TikTok. I know you're saying that's for girls. That's for people who are dancing. No, TikTok is a viable platform. Okay? We know about Facebook, we know about Instagram, we know about YouTube, and most of those ads don't work. These companies are paying $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 for ads that don't work because no one is watching that stuff. It's boring. You'd rather watch a little girl learning how to walk in a walker training than an AI-generated Ram 1500. Sorry, Ram. An AI-generated Ram 1500 jumping through the air because we can relate. And that's what I'm telling my daughter. I learned so much about household appraisals. I know I'm off topic, but hear me. She told me about household appraisals. Okay? And with household appraisals, where you live and the comps or the homes that are being sold in the area will dictate how much. I mean, let's pretend you got a studio. You make content, you make cooking content, YouTube, driving tutorials, gaming tutorials. You got a nice full-size bedroom and you add it on and you feel like it's worth $15,000. That same house in a lower end neighborhood is only going to be worth $5,000. You think you should get 15 because you put 15 in. That's not how it works. How many bathrooms do you have? How many garages? How many garages? How many do you have? A 2-bathroom, 2.5, 3-bathroom? Area does dictate. Some areas, I'm sorry, are just ghetto. Some areas are safe. Some areas are out. So your studio may be worth $15,000 in your brain, but you're only going to get 10. You go mad. So it's a very interesting. Same thing with driver's ed. Some people want to learn, but they're not willing to put in the work. They don't want to read. They just want to sit there. I teach it every day. I see people every day. And they're just lazy, man. They want you to turn the wheel for them, think for them. I'm not doing that. Okay, you gotta take that own personal interest. Woo! Like these flock safety cameras. What are they using with this data? Right? Are they racial profiling me? Are they putting me in a sub-economic category? Well, people in this area drive this car, make this income, have this type of education. I got a master's, right? I'm utilizing my ability. This means stop. Let's see who's gonna stop. I know I'm gonna stop. And a lot of people, believe it or not, just won't stop. So I think just keep it simple. Okay, I follow Gary Vaynerchuk, right? He's in New York. He's from New Jersey. Just post. Be real. Just push play. People want to see a day in the life, man, right? They want to see people struggle. I've driven people here this summer. I got some real videos, man. Okay, no fake stuff. And what I'm finding is just get a good title and just make it. People want to learn. I know I want to learn, right? A few years ago, no one was putting out videos about learning how to drive. No one was. Okay, there were these old videos from 1990, 2010. Okay, old grainy videos of people who don't even look like us, right? I know you feeling this, who people don't even look like us. Okay, how come they're not more people of color in these videos? People in the hood want to drive. They're black people in the hood, in the suburbs, in rural areas. They're people of color all across. They're indigenous people. I'm part Cherokee Indian. My great-great-great-grandmother was half Cherokee Indian. I should be able to get some money from that from the government to help fund my driver's education, social, emotional program. Okay. I'm not one to push and do my DNA genealogy, right? I'm not one to make excuses. I'm a black male. I'm underprivileged. I'm a cry. I'm not about crying. My dad and mom are from Alabama. Crying does nothing. You got to get out here and work. You got to get out here and grind. Okay. And I'm human. Sometimes I got to just shut this thing off. You get tired. Okay. But also I realize my purpose because I see it every day. I live it every day. I'm with young adults every day who have social, emotional issues. Stop talking to me. Leave me alone. And these are the young people who are going to go into their teens, in their 20s and 30s, and they're going to go rampage, bro. Because we see it all the time. And I'm looking at a truck right now that just went by hauling seniors to wherever they want to go. My magic number is 2032. And I'm planning for this training program. And by the 15th, which is Sunday, Valentine's is Saturday, guys and ladies. You better take care of your girl. Ladies, let's get you guys something. Get them a gift card. Get them a haircut. Spend some time together. Okay? We, as a community, need to pull together. And people who are black and brown descent, driver's education is out of control. It costs. I know the liability insurance, and that's one of my biggest hurdles. I can get a driver's ed car. I can get a car, put a brake in it. But is it going to be reliable? Can I get funding? Those are some serious considerations. Will I even make it? Right? I made about 40K last year, and that was the struggle. I got to work smarter, not harder. A lot of my time is in the car on the weekends. I'm doing 8 hours, 10 hours. During the week, if I have to drive, I will. But during the week, I'm just teaching class, a 2-hour session. You know about this, E. And I'm teaching adults and teens, and it's through Zoom, Google Meets, and I want to bring that out like regionally, sign up people. Hey, you want to learn to drive? Put your question, where can I find a good car? Let's look it up. Like E, we were on Facebook Marketplace. I learned so much. I want to do more of that, where we're looking and sharing and instructing people so you don't make a dumb financial mistake. I made that dumb mistake. I had a 2012 SRT Jeep. It was a beast. Loved it. I should have settled there, but didn't. I bought it at night. E, made a mistake. Don't buy a used vehicle at night. I went for a test drive, speedometer didn't work. I'm like, I can fix that. Had the wrong size tires. They were dry rotted. Cars like that, those Audis, those BMWs, they have Pirellis. If you don't know what a Pirelli brand is, it's a high-end tire that cost $250, $350, $400, $550 a piece. Bro, I'm making money, but I can't afford that. What did I do? I went to the hood and bought some used Pirellis, takeoffs. Okay? This truck does blue stop sign. I bought some used Pirellis. They were about 50% gone, but I got about a year and a half out of those tires because I wasn't out doing 140, 160, wink, wink. And then my son had to drive it through high school, and we know he was flying. We know he got popped doing 120 around the curve. He got popped out of the police. He tried to say, I was changing lanes. Bruh. The police are smarter than that. They sitting on the side in that Charger in the Hemi, bro. They clocked him. Whoop! Pulled him over. He came up to me. Dad. Because he was scared because mom was getting ready to clock his teeth. Dad. I'm like, what is this? Open it up. It was a ticket. I'm like, why? Okay. So if your son or daughter gets the ticket, who kid almost got ran over? Who are they going to talk to first? Are they going to talk to you? And you're going to rip their head off and they're going to be scared? Or are they going to talk to mom? My son came to me first because he know that I was mad. But he knows I wasn't going to rip his head off. So I kept that ticket for about a day. Then I came into the room. I said, honey, your son got something. My son. It was a ticket. He was going to go to college and play football. He got a scholarship. He had 3 offers. I had 5. I beat him. So if he did not go through a community development course and he had to write a letter, he would have had over a 3-point ticket because he was going that fast. Real talk, he was going that fast. I'm telling you the truth. My man was doing about 120 on the freeway, flying. And he got caught by the police. I was trying to get over to the right. He was leading the pack, bro. Stop. Okay? So, but he needed to go through that for a learning process. And some people, unfortunately, get a lot of tickets. Okay? This is before we got him his Charger GT. He probably said, why would you do that? We're not going to get him a used car when he's going to college, Ohio, Iowa, and then finally in Texas. He never had any breakdowns on the interstate. Do you really want your son or daughter, niece or nephew to break down on the interstate? No. You get that call, Dad, Mom, I'm broken down in Texas. Oh my God. Mom, Dad, I'm broken down in Arkansas. Oh my God. Mom, Dad, I'm broken down in Atlanta, Georgia. If you've ever got that call before and your loved one has broken down, you feel helpless. Like you want to go in the time machine and be there. We replaced his battery one time. And because he's so aggressive, my man is crazy aggressive. I got the brake pads at home. From now, it's 2026. He got the car in 18. We got his full scholarship. And if you look at that scholarship, was over $150,000. Everything paid for: room, board, books, tuition. Okay. He got a settlement too from the NCAA because they were taking advantage of athletes. That's a whole nother story. He got about 10K. Quick. He took the settlement. Okay. He took the settlement. So you got about 10K. Other people getting 40K because the NCAA, they are a multi-billion-dollar operation. Okay? That's a whole nother story. I'm getting off topic. I'm just keeping it real with you. So his car never broke down. He needed a new battery. And that happened in Texas. Dad, my car didn't start. Okay, get it over to the car store. Tell him what type of car you have. He knew that because he watched me work on cars. But yet, he wasn't trying to change motors like me. He wasn't trying to put headers on. Because I have a 1968 RS Camaro. I drag race. He went to the track with me a couple times. Dad, you went 130. Dad, I've seen cars go faster now on the expressway. I'm saying to myself, what? This means he's been traveling at a high rate of speed. I'm talking about going from 0 to 130. My trans brake was not working. I just started the car up to about 4,500, hit the brake, and I went through the quarter mile at about 130. I think it was about 1080, 1060. And that was the last time that he actually saw me drive my race car. And I'm going to give that to him when he's ready for it. Okay? And we'll get that together. Right now, we're just trying to take care of the house and get things going. You know, there are levels. So I'm telling you these stories to let you know I'm a real person. We got a lot going on. And we're going to be changing the setup, moving it upstairs. I'm going to try to have a little podcast area so I can have guests come on. And we'll be able to do remote because I want to be able to interview some of you guys. I have the equipment. I have a Rodecaster Pro, 4 microphones. I spent about $1,600. I have gift cards like forever. Amazon. I finally got this stuff, but I'm going to use it like 3 times. I'm not selling it. I'm going to use it. So I'm going to buy a little cheap table. You know where from, E? Walmart. I'm going to go to Walmart, buy a little black card table, 4 little black chairs, set up in the corner, have my microphone set up, have my tripod. I can use my phone or use my camera and just push play. Because I have some decent equipment, but we all procrastinate. Are you ever going to use your equipment? Yeah, I think so. No, you're not. Okay. I went to Vid Summit in California about 5 years ago. I got a light, but I don't have the light box. I never used it. I'm going to order the light box. You get a stand. Boom. I bought, no cap, I bought 4 or 5 cheap lights from Walmart, and they serve their purpose, but I broke every one because I tripped over it because I'm clumsy. I'm like your clumsy uncle. I trip up the stairs. Hold on, boy. Uncle, get off me. Trip up the stairs, trip down the stairs. My daughter wears some high heels. She just like me. She almost broke her freaking ankle. This is doing her prom. She was going down the stairs running late. She just like me. She literally tripped, fell 4 steps. If I wasn't there, she would have cracked her head. Bruh. Right, I got on these Timberlands right now. You know, you could trip easy. So I'm just telling you the real. And then you can relate. You're like, man, I like this guy. So it's real out here. And so I'm going to be setting up a new setup. Yeah, it's a pain. We already got carpets downstairs. It looks nice. Wife is like buying stuff from Amazon. I'm like, do we have this money? She running everything. Yeah, we got this money for what I want. I'm like, okay, baby, it's good. No, I'm not a yes man. I'm like my dad. Never be a yes man. Some of you know what that is. Some of you don't. But also, I'm a family guy. I'm married. I feel good. And that's important. I understand my goal. My goal is to help my family. I do this for my family. And I've had a few brand deals here and there. Okay. Opus Clips. They have put together a nice program. I use that. I do use the paid version. You will see a commercial coming out soon. And then I'll be on the pro level version for a year and try to pump up more content, but I want it real. Okay. I had a brand deal with Sunoco gasoline. That was real. Companies don't give money. They give products. They give support. They give subscriptions. So I just want to keep learning and then talk to people. And some of you may say, I know someone who knows someone. They're going to reach out. So guys, I want to say thank you. It's hilarious, but we're going to try to put in more content to teach you guys how to drive. I will go live if I'm up to it. I have good energy about about 11:30. And then we'll talk about driving. What type of job do you need to get the car you want? Or what type of job to at least maintain a car? I think a lot of people want to learn that. You know, can I get a minimum wage job and drive and have insurance? You probably could. You're not driving the new. You're not driving a 2016 Charger. You're not getting no Hellcat. You're going to get a 2020 Honda Odyssey. You're going to get an OG Impala. Okay, but you driving. You'll be able to get back and forth to work. You can pick your girl up, take your mom. Okay, you can do those things. So I think that's needed because I'm thinking like, what do my people need? You want to hear, okay, what type of job do I need to at least start getting my independence? Because you keep handing your hand out for your mom and dad. They're not doing that. My mom and dad didn't help me get a car. I got that. I stacked my money. I look for insurance. Okay? Parents today, they will help you, but if you keep having their hand out, they were like, stop. Get a job. Subscribe and follow. Bye.